Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. I am from what polite society calls outside family. My father came here from Ecuador in the 60s, leaving behind a wife and a 2-year-old daughter. And when he came here, he met my mother and proceeded to have me and my 2 younger sisters. This was a fact that was never ever mentioned in my family. So it was very confusing for a lot of my childhood because my father had his mother, three sisters, and their respective husbands living in New Jersey. And I never quite understood whenever there were family get-togethers, there was a barely civil politeness towards my mother and myself and my sisters. And every time our back was turned, they would encourage the cousins to bully us. And it was only in my adolescence when I finally connected the dots on what was going on. In the 90s and early 2000s, my father brought his wife and my half-sister over, and that added this was already after my parents had separated, and my father set up household with his wife, who was also kind of sort of my stepmother, but okay. So for the love of my father, we all had this unspoken agreement of being civil and light and polite whenever possible, as now that we were all getting older and becoming adults. That changed a little bit after December 2019 when my father succumbed to a 7-year battle with cancer. And after that, while there were very nice things at the funeral and at the wake about, we're still family, you have a home here for us, the reality is I have not entered the home that my father has in Bloomfield, New Jersey since March 2020 when I went there to grab some personal items that I wanted to have for myself and for my nephews. And so I have 30 plus relatives because now the cousins have been married and they have kids, and apparently I have three nieces and they're married and having kids and everything. And since 2019, the only interaction I have with them is whatever they post on social media. So they have Christmas parties with the matching pajamas, they have Thanksgiving, they have all these family events that I am now an outside spectator for. Because they don't think about inviting me to any of these things, or even sending me a private text message. The most I get once in a while is a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Thanksgiving on WhatsApp from my stepmother, my dad's wife, which didn't bother me much. It started getting annoying when I found out that my niece's son had leukemia, and I didn't find out until I saw the GoFundMe posted on social media. And this last week, I got to see my cousin post an obituary and funeral notices for one of my uncles. This was the uncle who actually did not get the memo, was actually kind of nice to us, even though he was a crazy alcoholic, and I guess they blamed the alcoholism for why he was nice to us. So, and again, I did take the high ground and sent the DM to my cousin about the death of their father. I know what it is to have a dead father. They said thank you, but no indication of like, hey, will we see you on Saturday at the funeral mass or anything like that. So I didn't bother going. Now, I've done a lot of years of therapy dealing with all this. And I used to say to my therapist, me and my sister sisters and my mom were the collateral damage of my dad's family drama.
Mm.
And why I don't have an extended family, and I don't know what it is to have cousins and aunts and uncles and grandparents and grandparents. I don't know what that is, and I just have my family. But this past week, I turned it around with therapy. I said, you know what? They are the collateral damage as well. Because I am a damn good daughter and sister and aunt and cousin. And so then they lost, I may have lost having them in my life, but they lost having someone like me in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.